I'll even tell you a funny story. I mean, you go back to Texas Tech when we played them in 21, shut them out. By my statistics, it was the best career game I've ever had. 2.5 sacks, however many tackles, whatever you want to say. I come in the facility thinking I'm, top of the world. And I pass him in the hall, and the only thing he has to say to me goes, "Hey, on play 120, why didn't you not get to the A gap?" That's all he had to say. That's the kind of guy he is, where he demands perfection even though he'll never get it. And I think, probably stems back from his education. He's one of the smartest human beings I've ever been around. And I remember when he first came in, he's using a lot of vocabulary and words and terminology from his Cornell days. And we're like, "Hey, coach, this is Big 12. All right, you got to realize who you're talking to, be included, So, but I mean, still to this day, one of the most analytical and just fast-moving minds of football that I've ever seen. Whether it be wore down at halftime and you think you're going to get yelled at and all this other stuff. Wasn't a big yeller at halftime, but he would sure fill up that whiteboard with every adjustment we're about to make. And, as you could probably attest, it's evident in the second half. And that's why we blow people out of the water in second, because everything a team hits us on first half, he always took it personal to himself.